What's gone into you, Andreas? Forget it. I don't have to stand here and listen to this. Just stay away from me, alright? Game! I'm assuming we don't have time to do stuff. And it's like, oh, you didn't do this because you haven't jumped through these hoops. Because you've spoken to him first to challenge him. Yeah, of course I flipping challenged him. He was... Hello, Andreas. Could you spare a moment? What do you need? So strange seeing Martin. What do you mean? I don't seem to recognize him. It's been 7 years, Andreas. Everyone in Tassing has changed. Is that so bad? I just didn't expect it of Martin. He did get into an argument with Otto when I was coming into town, though. What happened there? Why all the questions about my husband, Andreas? I'm trying to figure out who murdered Otto. Well, it certainly wasn't Martin. Otto was pressing Martin to support him in the town commons, Andreas. Martin has changed, but his history in this town is remembered. He doesn't want to cause more trouble. He didn't want to speak in the commons because he's afraid of the abbot. They squabbled over it, that is all. Good night, Brigitte. I know the truth. Just come clean. I haven't even got anything... Oh, this is... Okay. I don't like... To begin with, I was like, oh, these are quite fun. That it's like, okay, as you kind of present things and as you do things, you affect things. But, like, I keep getting persuasions where it's like, you've done one thing or no things, and so you've not impacted it. And it's like, at that point, this is dumb. I have no idea what you're talking about, and even if I did, I wouldn't help you accuse my husband. Martin's a good man, things have changed for us, why can't you believe that, and leave us be? I'm just following up every lead I have. Well, Martin is a changed man, whether or not you think so. I'm not saying... This is so... That's just a stupid reaction. It's like, I'm just following every lead. They had an argument. I'm just trying to find out what the argument was about. Thank you for telling me what it's about. This is... I'm kind of... I wanted to think that this might be a slightly better investigation than last time. Now that I've kind of figured out, okay, we explore everywhere and we answer all the leads, and then we have the meal, and then we'll do all the follow up, all the leads any other leads we have and we haven't been able to do, and then we'll go to sleep and all that kind of stuff. And now the game's like, oh, you're doing it that way, are you? Well, you're doing things in the wrong order. How absolutely just atrocious. Yeah, so we know that he's not Martin. So we want to talk to the miller. Oh, Father Thomas. Father Thomas. Okay, so we'll go and talk to Father Thomas. And stop caring. It's so annoying because it's quite interesting what's happening, and I want to care, but then the game happens. Alright, Father Thomas. Oh, Andreas, what have you come back to? This is all awful, just awful. I should never have allowed Klaus to publish the 12 articles. This is what happens when common people get agitated by reading nonsense. What's the alternative? Forbidding them from reading? Sometimes, yes. Bad, Thomas! Bad! We've discussed this before. Just because a commoner has learned to read, that does not mean he can fully comprehend any books he finds. So explain it, or write something that challenges what's been written? Some of these texts are written to inflame passions. They're not all written with modest intentions. These pamphlets, these books, can make people crazed, furious. Sister Emily and I have seen what happens when good people become part of a mob. What do you mean? Before we came to Tassing, I was the priest at a town near a Benedictine convent. The town was full of good people. But the good people were whipped into a panic by an educated neighbour the town doctor. He had read the Malleus Maleficarum. It had put ideas into the Hammer of Witches. Treatise on witchcraft published in Speyer in 1486. Theologians at the University of Cologne condemned the book as unethical and not in line with Catholic doctrine. I mean, then again, neither was Luther's 95 Theses, and that involved, not paying the church to get into heaven. Despite this, the book has enjoyed widespread popularity. The book was condemned by theologians. The doctor's copy contained a sound endorsement from the faculty of the University of Cologne. One thing the book's authors and the doctor shared was a contempt for and hatred of women. In the convent, the doctor saw a coven of witches. In Sister Amelie, he saw not a mystic, but a woman possessed by evil spirits, speaking blasphemy. Even Saint Hildegard came under suspicion for her vision. Saint Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic, and prolific writer on a variety of subjects, from theology to musical composition to medicine. And she prevailed, praise God, but we do not live in Saint Hildegard's time. The doctor believed the nuns were witches. The local magistrate did not agree, but that did not stop the doctor from inflaming his neighbour's fears. Yeah, I think under Elizabeth I, it actually became illegal in England. I won't say in the UK. Well, England and Wales. It became illegal in England and Wales to accuse someone of being a witch. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, it made no difference. They wouldn't listen to reason. They wouldn't even listen to scripture. In the dead of night, they gathered at the convent and set fire to it. Sister Amelie was lucky to escape with her life. The rest of the nuns were not as fortunate. So I am all too aware of what can happen when a mob forms. I should have known it would happen again. This is my fault. I don't think you can blame yourself for this, Father. Why not? I share more than a small measure of responsibility. You'd think that Otto's death would have shocked the farmers into abandoning a hopeless cause. It's only inflamed them. Do what you can to keep the peasants calm. I'm still looking for Otto's killer. I will, but I fear this has all gone beyond my control. I suppose there's no good fretting about what's already happened. I have to minister to the people of the town as best I can, given the circumstances, and pray for the best. Speaking of which, I need to hear confessions for the townsfolk. It's a tassing tradition after St. John's Eve, in case they got up to any mischief that can't wait until Easter. I expect they'll be coming early in the morning. If you could excuse me, I need to prepare. Of course, Father. Okay. So that was that one. Miller. We could just go to the. Let's just get to the mill. Wow, I'm broken by this game. That's a good sign. Let's just get through it. Advance the next bit. Oh, I want to like this game. There's bits I really like, but the kind of actual main part of it with the investigations really getting me down at the moment. I'd love to join you. Wonderful. Lennart will be pleased. Master Marla, so glad you could join us. And you're my apprentice, Casper. Of course, Casper, welcome, welcome. I hope you'll enjoy everything I've prepared this evening, Lennart. Will you pray before the meal? Oh, everything I've been prepared. Lennart, who else would you? Paul, our guests? I apologise, Lennart. Master Marla, forgive me. It's not a problem. Wait, what? I'm really confused. Bless us, O Lord, and these are gifts which you have. What was the problem? I got really confused. I thought he didn't want to pray, but then he prayed. I'm really confused. Or was he checking that it was all right with us that they prayed? I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to have to just have this conversation and stop because my brain is just not working anymore. I'm clearly not reading things properly. I must say, Andreas, I'm sorry I never had you eat with us on your first visit to Tassing. I was preoccupied running the mill, you see. Right, preoccupied. You know how busy your father is, Paul. Leonard is always working on something. I don't want to pick... That sounds like I'm picking a fight. Oh, the mill must be hard to manage. It's all much easier to manage now with the windmill. It's the only one in Bavaria, you know. Well, I've remedied that little lapse in courtesy now. You're getting the best I have to offer. And the best I have to offer is the best in Tassing. Oops. That is annoying. Don't make this disappear, because then I'll just click on something, and I don't want to click on things yet. I want to think, I want to talk. Andreas, when you have some time, you should come hunting with me up in the mountains. It's exhilarating. I'm trying to find a murderer, you know. Yes, well. But enough about Tassing. Tell me how you've made that fortune. How is life in Nuremberg? Commission waiting, but it's become complicated. I've opened a workshop, and my wife and I live quite comfortably in Nuremberg. Ah, without that wife around, you can get up to all sorts of fun while you're here in Tassing. Yeah, you probably shouldn't say that while sitting at a table with the wife. There are plenty of willing parties if you know what to do. I think I'll just remain silent. Well, you're certainly a man passionate about his work if you've made so much of yourself in so short a time. The peasants around here could learn a thing or two from you. No one around here even knows what work is anymore. Of course, I'm raising Paul to be better than all that. The boy's got to have higher aspirations. What do you want to do, Paul? I'd like to be like you, Master Marler. I love seeing the art in the church. I want to paint like that someday. Not this nonsense again. Do you think I could be an artist, Master Marler, even though I'm a little old to start? I arrived at this vocation later in life. It takes a long time, many years, but I'm sure it's possible. Yeah, of course you can, Paul. I arrived at this vocation later in life too. Of course. Abandon your father, Paul. Spit on everything I've done for you, for this family. You mean, like, assumably, like, cheat on your wife? By the sounds of it. Leonard, I'm sure Paul was only showing his appreciation for Andreas' vocation and work. He wasn't actually suggesting. And now he's glaring. Oh, no. Please be the murderer. Oh, by all means, keep talking, Elsa. See where it gets you. Okay. Okay. Everyone should have an interest in art, Paul. I'm sure you can find some way to pursue it in Tassing. Don't bother, Andreas. He'll be too busy for that sort of thing when he's older. I apologize for my son's ungracious behavior. No. No. Bread. And it's white bread, wow. Anyway, I'm glad you've come back to Tassing. Give me some real conversation, at least. Have you been busy investigating the murder, Andreas? What business is it of yours, Elsa? Yes, and I haven't much time to give Peter a suspect. Well, with any luck, the Duke will send soldiers here before Peter escalates things further. I certainly hope this all ends before there's more violence. Maybe the peasants need a little taste of violence to put them in their place, Yeah, because in British history that has always gone well. I know we're in Germany, but... yeah, so many times it's like, send in the troops! There's the Liverpool general strike. There were the strikes in the Ronda. There's the various... there's the Battle of Orgreave, which I think was police rather than army. There's all these different occasions. And it's like, yeah, that doesn't make things worse at all. Custard pie. One would think our peasants could learn from the failures in Swabia, but, well... God didn't really fashion them for thinking, did he? Right, they're human. They're people. They have the capacity for reason. The capacity for thought. I know that... oh... I think this is something I'm having with a few of the characters in Pentiment, is they're really annoying and obnoxious and they get under your skin and bother you because that's how the character's written. But the problem is, that means there's a part of the game that gets under your skin and annoys you. And with the gun has new restrictions. Yeah. The peasants are in a hard spot, especially with Gernot's new restrictions. The restrictions affect the townspeople more than the peasants. That's what Otto was fighting for, even if I disagreed with him. Now that Peter is leading the mob, there's no sense to be made of any of it. He's just out for revenge. But Ulrich says that what the abbot is doing isn't Christian. What? Are you going to tell the abbot, of all people, what's not Christian, Paul? The abbey is entitled to profit from the land it owns and retain what it produces, just as we do. But then there's also a degree of charity here. I think Paul was speaking of Ulrich's opinions, not his own. Ulrich is just like Otto, sympathising with the rabble. If he's not careful, he'll wind up like Otto. Please, Lennart, not at the table. Fine, I've had my fill anyway, and I'd hate to keep you from your work with more idle chatter, Andreas. Andreas, you really must come hunting with me. It'll be a day you won't ever forget, I promise. I'm investigating Otto's murder. Hunt hardly seems appropriate. If it would help, I can tell you what I know, and I know a fair deal. Alright, fine. Excellent. There's no need to rush off right after a meal, so speak to me again when you're rested and ready to go. Oh, we're going now, are we? Okay. Let's have a chat with people. Pet the dog. Very good. Hey! Achievement! Oh, I said I was going to stop. Oh, well. Hello, Master Mahler. Hello, Paul. Meet Casper, my assistant. Oh, hello. Do you work with Master Mahler? Have you done real art? I guess. I've been doing sketches of Tassing while we're here. All art created from the artist's heart is real art, Paul. You don't need fancy paints or canvases to be an artist. You think so? Sure. How's your art going? Shh. Not where Dad can hear. Oh, right. How's the art going? I've been practicing a lot more. Klaus even showed me a big book full of prints. He said they use a technique called woodcutting. Have you ever done woodcutting, Master Mahler? No, I did some in Krakow. The woodcuts take ages to create, but can be reused like Klaus's printing press. That's amazing. I wish Dad would change his mind about art. Maybe one day, Paul. You never know. I hope so. I should get back to helping my dad. See you later, Master Mahler. See you, Casper. Until then. Right. What are the other tasks the ideas it said to do? Like Father Thomas. Like, I don't even have any suspects. I don't know. Or should I just go? Uh-oh. Wait, no, I did want to go hunting. I was just... Right. Yeah, I'm stopping there. I just went out because I was like, okay, that'll cause it to save, and I'm not sure if there's anything else I need to do. And now I'm locked out. So I'm going to cut there because I'm annoyed. This game is annoying me. Just take a break and we'll come back. And maybe I'll enjoy it again. Who knows? But I was thinking of that about this session, and here we are. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.